One lovesick puppy tries to turn a hoe into a housewife and ends up saving humankind. This is Starship Troopers on Stinker Madness.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness. I'm your host, Justin. This week we are doing the Paul Verhoeven classic Starship Troopers. I've got two people with me here. One of them is Sam, the 2013 runner-up to the Mud Wrestling Champion. And then, of course, Jackie, inventor of the grilled pizza. How are you guys?
I still think I could have taken that son of a bitch if I would have had 3 more minutes. In all reality, wrestling for longer than a minute is something I'm incapable of.
I'm pretty sure that Betty Parker just passed up on my grilled pizza recipe because, she was jealous.
I don't blame her. It's not very good. Neither Sam's mud wrestling. He looks grody with the shirt off. But I do appreciate you wearing the bra. When
Why
you
I use the overalls, yeah.
Just overalls?
Just overalls.
Hmm.
I unbutton the sides for ease of access.
Get in there.
Get in there.
Starship Troopers, 1997. The Robert Heinlein book-ish. Adaptation-ish.
I don't get why these executives are... I think on this one, they're like, oh, it's so close to this, we better just do it so we don't get sued by the estate. Let's buy the rights for it, just to avoid a legal battle. But some of these things, when you buy the rights for something and they change it so much, it's like, why do you even bother calling it that?
When lawyers make movies.
This one, they changed enough.
Yeah.
They changed enough. I mean,
I've seen more similar movies to other mediums that weren't
I still think
adaptations.
That the special effects, even as masterful as they are now, I still don't know if you could do the book all the way with the robotic suits and all of that.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know if it would be possible.
Yeah, it would probably look silly. But, Starship Troopers starring Casper Van Dien, Dina Meyer, Neil Patrick Harris, Jake Busey, Michael Ironside, I forget, Patrick Muldoon. Who else am I forgetting here?
Clancy Brown, man.
Clancy Brown. The guy that plays Walter White's brother-in-law, Hank, from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I can't remember what that guy's name is.
I can't remember. I like that guy.
Yeah, he's a good actor. There's a lot of good actors in here. There's a lot of guys. It's sort of weird because, like, the peripheral character actors in the film are actually good actors, and then all of the leading roles are like a fucking it's like a rogues gallery of D-listers.
Yeah, teenage D-listers who went on to really not... Neil Patrick Harris is a deal. He went on to big and...
was not when this movie came out, and was not for almost 20 years after, because that was 97, so next year would be 20 years, and that's what I'm saying, almost. Like, he's a deal now.
He's been a big deal for 10 years. Ever since that How I Met Your Mother show, which started about 10 years ago. He's been a big deal, dude.
They only did 8 seasons.
Yeah.
Well, plus, you're leaving out the captain of the Enterprise.
Scott Bakula?
No, the lady captain.
Of the Enterprise. Why is it the Enterprise? You mentioned Denise Richards. Or
No.
You mean Denise Richards.
Denise Richards' boss. That lady was a captain
That's not
on one of the Star
Captain
Trek.
It's not
Janeway.
Captain Janeway at all.
Yes, it
Totally
is.
not the same.
It is
No.
not
Nope.
Catherine McGraw.
Oh.
Not her. Nice try, though.
Damn.
Well, let's talk about Denise Richards, because I did forget to mention her, and she's top 3 cast. Old Chaz Sheen's wife,
So what do you-
ex-wife.
like, when I first see her and her hair's sort of covering most of her face, I'm like, yeah, she was pretty. But then when they pull her hair up, I'm like, you got a weird face.
She does have a weird face.
I can't tell if she's super hot or just kind of like whatever. Like, I just don't know about her.
She's very Hollywood. Like,
She
a
is.
lot of makeup, a lot of tweezing of the eyebrows, a lot of... I think her nose was done. I'm not going to lie. I think she had a fake nose.
I think that she's like just a... Who knows what she really looked like?
She's California.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take the features that I've got, and I'm going to really accentuate
I'm
them.
going to turn myself into someone else.
Yeah, she's a plastic doll.
Yeah. So, speaking
I'm
of
sure she's a nice person.
pure sex, Jackie, is Casper Van Dien in this movie pure sex?
Oh, he's pretty hot in this movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's looking good.
He's a sharp-looking dude, period.
Yeah.
I have no qualms with anybody saying that CVD is a choice piece of beef.
He was Tarzan, man.
The chin is something else. There have been wars started for men seeking that chin.
Yeah.
Weak chin bastards going to war with each other.
Yeah.
And all it needed was one Casper Van Dien to be like, you know what? Nobody can have this chin except for that Bruce Campbell guy, because his is superior.
Sounds like somebody's got a man crush.
Yeah.
I would love to have that chin. Are you kidding me? I would probably be president if I had that chin. Instead, I got this weak-ass... I don't even have a neck. Or no, it's all neck.
It's all
just
neck.
from my lips to my chest is all neck.
You just have a skin space in between your mouth and belly button.
That is usually covered in hair.
And pizza.
Yeah. Oh, CVD. Yep.
So handsome.
And his hair is
His hair is
perfectly
top notch,
combed.
man.
Yeah.
Patrick Muldoon's hair sucks.
Sucks.
I
I don't know if that was supposed to be like future haircut or if that's just what Patrick Muldoon was doing in 1997 with his hair.
I've seen some of those. You know, he was almost a thing. Like everybody in this was almost a thing,
Almost.
with the exception of Neil Patrick Harris. So that's just what he was doing with his head then.
Man, that is a bad haircut.
It is a bad haircut.
It's a weed whacker.
Could you give me like this look that like I just woke up and then my head exploded? That's what I'd like to look like.
It's
I thought he looked okay.
The hair?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Really?
I think this looks like the haircut that you get at the beauty school, and somebody apologizes to you afterwards. You know, hey, the girl that cut your hair, she's new. This is her
Yeah.
first day, and she cut your hair, and I'm sorry.
We accidentally gave you the dipshit.
Yeah, it's the idiot. It's
You look like an idiot no matter, like if he's doing science on a chalkboard, you're like, no, you're not.
no.
You're just drawing pictures of wieners up there because you're an idiot.
You're an idiot. How do you not see this being a stupid haircut, Jackie? His hair is awful.
He put some gel and shit in it and tried to
Yeah.
make it work.
And he made it worse.
Yeah, it's worse. Just a like poof on the top of his head. Like, whoa. That's what his haircut says. Whoa.
Well, he is a space pilot.
Yeah, it's true. Whoa.
It's the banana peel of haircuts. How about the bugs in this movie?
What do you mean?
Well, the bug design. Do we like them?
I like them.
Yeah.
I like the, I'm not all the way there on the beetles. I'll be honest about that.
Mhm.
But, the brain bug is convincing, and I think that those are very menacing. It's a very menacing design on the soldier bug.
Yeah, but where is their face? That's what I want to know.
It's in the main body part. You remember the guy shoots it in the
I
eyeball?
see his eye, but I couldn't tell what part of the body that was.
And they kind of, like Neil Patrick Harris when he said shoot for the nerve
center.
stem,
Yeah.
that they're kind of saying that they don't even really have a brain.
Mm.
That they're just sort of like that. The hinge point on their head body is about what they've got brain wise.
Do they eat people?
I don't even know if they eat.
Yeah, do they? I don't really see mouths. It's just all
It's like
limbs.
an ant. They just hatch and then they die in a week.
Yeah, stabby limbs.
Yeah.
I did not like the brain bug.
Really?
Because
He had-
it looks stupid or because you think it's grody?
It looked like it had a butthole for a mouth.
It does
Did
have a butthole for a mouth.
It was weird.
It was weird. It's ugly and menacing and gross.
I didn't like it.
I would be
I don't like
intimidated
my
by
bugs to have butthole mouth.
it. If I had been Patrick Muldoon and that thing was coming out of me, I would have been like, fuck. I am fucked. Straight up fucked.
I wonder if in that point of the movie, though, he was thinking, shit, I should never have passed back that knife.
Yeah.
Would have came in real
Yeah,
handy.
it wasn't one of his better moves. But
Yeah, I mean, you cut the thing off before you die or after.
Yeah.
And you chose after you died.
Hmm.
Interesting choice, Patrick Muldoon.
Oh,
Well, he didn't know that it was going to have a...
proboscis.
He's all,
Yeah.
all right, haircut, you make the call.
Bad call.
The haircut's like, give her the knife. Whoa, that was a bad idea.
I am incapable of making good decisions. So bug design is good, we think.
Yeah.
Okay.
The soldier bugs, yeah. The cockroaches, that was stupid.
Not that all the practical effects are fucking fantastic.
Oh, I love the practical effects. The corpses in every single scene are just
Awesome.
awesome. 1997 was not prepared for the level of gore that Paul Verhoeven
You
was going to dish out in
Go
this gem.
through his... I mean, the man does gore.
Mm,
RoboCop, for all of...
it's bloody.
Say what you will about RoboCop, that shit is gory. And it
I
is
would say
over the
bloody.
top.
It's violent bloody, but not really gore.
When
There's
the guy
not
gets
chunks of
hit by the
people
car
flowing all over.
and he turns into
Yeah,
toxic
he
waste
does
chunk
that's
man.
true, yeah.
No, that thing is a fucking gore porn.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
It's all very deep red. It's very lovely. The man, he's a real artist when it comes to painting disgusting pictures.
How about the costumes, Jackie?
They were a little Hitlerish.
That's the idea.
Oh,
Is it?
like Neil
yeah.
Patrick Harris's
Okay.
character, he looked like SS.
Where?
Oh, absolutely.
Why is it supposed to be Hitler, Nazi? Why? You can't just say it's supposed to be. Why?
What do you mean? He's setting up a perfect fascist world.
Is he?
Yes.
It's genocide. Their plan is genocide, I guess.
And they live in a totalitarian state. I think that one of both the book and the movie, they essentially, I think, fail in that they both set up the same thing, but they do so well, and it's like, it isn't a failure, it's like they do so well that you don't realize that, like, the citizenship, civilian thing, I mean, it is fascism to the max.
Yeah.
Your scores are displayed, there's public lashings.
You can't vote unless you're a citizen, and you can't be a citizen unless you're military.
Yeah.
So.
And you can't have kids.
Can't have kids.
Can't have politics.
They show a lot, like, do you want to know more? The state and the media are basically combined in one.
Little Big Brothery.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good way to look at it. So yeah, I think you're right. But what about the mobile infantry's tough guys, helmets and suits and shit?
The helmets seemed like they didn't fit very well. Like they kept falling down over your eyes. Like you'd be running and it'd fall over your face and you'd be like, shit. Not to mention it had like a metal chin strap.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that if it was hot outside, you would just have permaburn on your face.
Or a hideous acne, at least.
And is the doofy guy dying sort of in film? Is it intentional? Like,
Who?
they're out
Doofy
there
guy?
with
Patrick Muldoon?
No,
Which
the
Doofy
guy that gets shot in the head because he takes his helmet off.
During target practice.
Moose
Is
or
the
whatever.
film overtly saying that these men on the ground do not have the right equipment ever, but then they just sort of end up making do with what they've got? Because when they first go out there, it's like men on foot with machine guns against a swarm of killing monsters.
The opening invasion goes quite poorly.
Quite poorly.
Yeah, they were designed, I think the costumes were good because they were designed for, you are nobody special. You look just like your commander and everybody else in your unit because you're a damn bullet catcher. And you're going to fall down and the next guy's going to take your place.
And the goofy helmets in that, like, we really didn't even give you the right equipment for this.
No, it's like, well, these might work.
How about
like
the
half the time their radios and stuff don't work either.
How about the acting?
They're all doing exactly what Paul Verhoeven is telling them to do.
Indeed.
The fight scenes were kind of stupid.
What fight scenes?
Between Casper Van Dien and
Xander?
Xander,
Paul,
yeah.
Patrick Muldoon's character?
Rico and Xander.
Rico and Xander when they're at the base and the space base right before the attack and they get in a fight. And that was just kind of sad to me because, like, Casper Van Dien's, like, flipping up and off the table and stuff, right? And they're playing that stupid Fade Into You song in the background. And I'm like, this is so stupid. Like,
I love it.
Like,
oh, yeah.
I think
honestly,
that's one of the strongest scenes in
yeah.
the movie.
I really love Casper Van Dien's, like, bringing gymnastics into space battle. It's almost like he's fucking Stargrove's descendant 100 years down the line.
Well, you know,
it's some of that high school football, indoor football tactics
Yeah.
that they're fighting with.
And he should have won that fight, like, hands down, because he's doing the flips and he's got the 3-bullet 22 move. He could have totally flipped over that guy, kicked him in the back of the head, fight would have been over.
Well, I think that I'm led to believe he was going to win the fight if it wasn't going to get broke up.
Yeah, I inferred that as
He's
well.
mobile infantry.
Yeah.
They're trained to kill people with their hands. You saw what Clancy Brown did to that guy. He just broke his arm.
Yep.
Just because he was standing there. That son of a bitch.
As far as the acting, CVD plays CVD, and Denise Richards stinks. I don't care.
What you tell her to do?
Man, she is there.
Stand there with the tits, lady.
Yeah, she is a prop. I mean, her character's not a prop, but she is there to be prop actor. But the ancillary characters in this film, I think, are fan-fucking-tastic. Especially Clancy Brown's drill sergeant business. Yeah. It's the same as Full Metal Jacket, but it's totally different because it's a blast to watch. You're not like, wow, this guy's a ball breaker. You're like, yeah, break those balls.
He's perfect in the satirical role. Absolutely perfect. I think Michael Ironside almost does too good.
I really like Michael Ironside.
He's on the verge of, like, making me think it's a real war movie a couple times. Like, there's some scenes with Michael Ironsides that you're like, wow, he's captured the essence of a war movie, even though this is a comedy satire. Interesting.
Dean Norris is the actor's name from
Yes.
the Breaking Bad series. I thought he was great.
Yep.
Jake Busey should have been a thing.
Yeah, he should have been a thing.
God, he is fantastic in this film.
Rue McClanahan was fucking fantastic.
You know, I didn't even know that was her until you pointed it out,
Yeah.
because she's got heavy makeup on. But yeah, she's great too. The science
Absolutely.
teacher with the bug dissection scene. Everybody's good.
Everybody's good.
Except for the two main ones, and Casper Vitti is just, being CVD.
And Denise Richards is the lady with the boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's being, the typical self-centered bimbo.
No, I think that's just her doing her best job.
Yeah, I think she's just doing the
Johnny?
Denise Richards.
Mhm.
I really care for you, but it's time for us to move on. Nailed it!
So, I imagine we're going to talk a lot about like how this is really sort of everything that Verhoeven wanted. There was some things that were changed because of test audience screenings.
Okay.
And that would be that there was an actual romance between Xander and Denise Richards' character,
Okay, sure.
Ibanez.
Yeah.
And
It's implied.
what the test audience is explicitly said it was that a woman can't be in love with two different men,
Mm-hmm.
but a man can be in love with two different women?
Right.
What the fuck? Which you wonder, like, what does Verhoeven say at that point? Like, oh, the other stuff was good though?
Yeah, maybe these audiences are dumb as shit.
Oh, you gotta think that, because it's
Yeah.
like, there's no chance that a test audience gets this film. It took me fucking 15 years to get this film.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that they found wrong with it, is that the boob lady can't be a whore. What?
Yeah, no, that's really dumb.
That's really dumb.
Verhoeven would have been doing the world a favor if he just said, "You know what? Fuck you. I'm making the movie
I'm doing
I want to
whatever. You're like, oh. But at the same time, when you're like, if you're Verhoeven and you find out it's going to get, if you're even getting test audiences, you're already like, oh shit.
make." Yeah.
What are they going to say? And then they come back with that and you're like, oh, okay, fine, yeah. Shit, I'll
I
drop
can
that 20
delete
seconds of the
4
movie.
lines of dialogue.
Jesus.
Yeah. How about the do you guys think that this would have been a real fun movie to make?
Oh, I bet.
I bet you it had been a blast.
I think it was too much fun if he directed the shower scene naked.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing had to be a fucking, like, this is, I think, you guys should watch this with the commentary on one
Mhm.
time. It
Okay.
is, wow. The guy has too much fun.
Everybody looks like they're having a good time on screen.
I
Yeah.
think you'd be uncomfortable, though, in all those outdoor sand shots, where they're
yeah.
outside. Maybe it was hot. I don't know. I couldn't tell.
There's not that many, though. I think you can do those fairly quick. Because a lot of it is just CGI. You're not really working with any live thing across from you. You just do what you're in your mind picture. Like, there's a bug in front of me, I'm going to shoot it, and then the CGI guy comes in afterwards and puts that bug in there. If they were working with practical effects the entire time, oh yeah, that would be exhausting. But I bet you they didn't spend that much time in the desert. Not like Star
No.
Wars where did they shoot that? God damn it. Tunisia.
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 I'm going to have to agree with...
Driving country.
Where they eat Tanzanian chili.
So weird. No, I'm going to have to agree with Sam. I think that they probably had the best time during making this movie at the training camp. Because, they get to do the obstacle courses
Mhm,
and they get to
Yeah.
play laser tag and shit. I mean,
And the characters are essentially having a level of grab ass themselves, which usually means that the actors are also having a level of grab ass
Yeah.
while they're shooting stuff.
they're
I bet-
slapping each other on the buns.
Following Casper Van Dien on Twitter leads me to believe that you can't be involved in a film with Casper Van Dien in it without a high level of grab ass and tomfoolery.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. The man is built out of shenanigans.
Yeah, I think it would have been a blast. What about these commercials? Because
God, I love them.
they are so far from conventional filmmaking that they're head scratchers to like a test audience, like you say. Like, what are these commercials doing in here? And they are fan-fucking-tastic.
Unbelievable.
They're some of my favorite parts of this movie.
Yeah.
And it's the culmination of everything because they're in all of his movies.
Mhm.
There's the I'd buy that for $1
Right,
in
right.
RoboCop, and then the vacation things in Total Recall.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But these ones, holy shit, are they good?
Usually, in like you mentioned in RoboCop and Total Recall, the characters are watching these commercials. These commercials are for us.
Us, yes. I think that's where it culminates in this film with everything that he sort of does, is that it's all for the viewer, right?
Right.
But this time, but now he's able to really just like, here you are.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is on a platter.
I think my favorite one was, well, it's kind of a toss-up. One between the cow that gets censored.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
That one is fucking awesome. And my
That's
second favorite
Comedy
one
gold.
was when all the kids are smashing the cockroaches, right in their sparkle
Oh,
pink
that
boots
is-
and shit, and the mom's like freaked out behind him, like
She's like,
clapping. Yeah, she's
God
acting
bless
like they
him.
just
Maniac
won.
mother.
Yeah, she just won the fucking Super Bowl of bug smashing killing.
Oh man, it's
She's
great.
so stoked, and I'm like, yeah, that's one proud mom.
And I love that it's shot in like the perfect suburbs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
these kids are just wearing like striped rugby shirts. I mean, they're just dorky suburb white kids basically, and they are angry at these bugs. Like you mentioned genocide with the Hitler thing.
Yeah.
These children are fucking psychos, but they look like just normal middle America suburban children killing the shit out of cockroaches.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
favorite one was, like I said, the little girl with the pink Doc Martens on
Yeah.
that were shiny. I mean, like somebody glittered those boots up so she could go out there and smush cockroaches.
Yeah, this morning they were comparing their sticker albums. The afternoon was spent killing cockroaches with their
it's
feet.
just
Right, because
wonderful.
everybody knows the cockroaches come out during the day.
It's like they just had a bucket of cockroaches, dumped it in the middle of the street, and said, "Go to town, kids."
Do you think those were stunt cockroaches?
No, those were real bugs.
Yeah, they got smashed.
Yeah. I also like the one where the military guys show up with the kids, and they're like, "Here, kids,
Fighting
take a look
over
at
the
these
guns."
guns."
That was
No, they're all
awesome.
good. They're just all good.
And the kids get in the fight over the guns, and then there's a shot of the two military guys, and they're just like, "Ha ha 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 ha!
Yeah.
Oh, that's our children."
I remember when we were doing that.
Yeah, we got them fight over guns.
We were fighting over guns, Tommy. You remember that? Let's go let's all go to war. Let's all die.
You remember we accidentally shot Billy in the face? Oh, what a great day.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then they pass out bullets right after that. It's like, here, kids, take a handful of bullets.
Yeah, the commercials with the kids. And in the beginning, the very first thing you see in this film is the mobile infantry, and it shows soldiers, and they're all like, "I'm doing my part.
Yeah.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part." And then this kid comes out of nowhere and goes, "I'm doing my part." And everybody, all of the squadron starts laughing
Yeah.
at him. I don't even know what that joke means, and it's funny. Like, wait, what? Why are they laughing at that kid? What's that kid doing there?
He's, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, the kid's not supposed to be there, but he can't wait to be part of the mobile infantry.
Yeah, it's so silly.
But then
the
kids-
nationalism runs that deep.
yeah.
yeah, but the kid's got like a whole outfit.
Yeah, he's dressed for battle.
Like, do they have a midget section of the infantry that we just
Well-
never see? And that kid like stole one of those outfits. Like he beat up a midget in the alley and took it, and he's like, "I'm part of this unit." No, you're not.
And I don't remember when I was
And they gave him a gun.
studying film in college, we had to watch all those Riefenstahl movies that were the Nazi propaganda films, and that is shot to shot, one of them. But I don't remember if there was a kid in that was comic like that, and I wouldn't doubt that there was.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to because that's the sort of message that Hitler was always like, the nationalism runs all the way through us, all the way, to the ground and into the children and everything.
yeah.
The Hitler Youth and all of that.
Well, they had a breeding ground for all of his generals, and they went there and they knocked up desirable females
There you
to
go.
create the new race.
That's good.
Just like Moonraker.
Just like Moonraker.
Yep.
The commercials are fucking hilarious, but also what a great vehicle to deliver the plot to the film. Like, here's as much exposition as you need in 20 seconds of commercial. Done. I have now told you what is going to, what the basis of this film is. Let's get to the film instead of spending a goddamn hour setting up, blah, 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 why things are happening, the science of the bugs and origins and Clendathu's backstory. No, we don't fucking care. Just they shot a rock at us.
Yeah. 12 million years ago.
Yeah.
Sort of rock everywhere.
Yep.
They're just spreading.
Yep. So I applaud Verhoeven for the commercials, not just for the humor, a vehicle for humor, but a vehicle for plot.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it is. It's the exposition, and it sets up the whole world. You wonder, I was watching it going, he's barely even moving the story along until about halfway through,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't even mind.
Well, let's talk about that, because what do you guys think the story of this movie is? Jackie, do not give me plot details. What is the story of this film?
It's a love triangle, and it's the circle of love. They tried to deny it, but it always comes back to them. And killing bugs.
And killing bugs. Sam, your thoughts on what's the story of Starship Troopers?
The triumph of the will, which I think is one of the Hitler films.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, whose will?
The will of the nation. Because ultimately, they're just sort of cogs. They're pieces. Chess pieces, if you will. Some of the
Okay.
better chess pieces, but the story is really society versus.
Okay. So,
And
it's
nature being the galaxy infested with these arachnids.
a little less metaphorical. It's humans versus bugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you go all the way down, man versus nature, basically.
Yeah, that was said, not metaphorical.
Oh.
I'm with Jackie. I don't think that is the story. I think the story is about Johnny and Carmen. I think that's totally what it's about. It's just the universe that they take place in happens to be during a bug war.
You can't escape love fate.
Love, fate.
I mean, I think that it's a much more complex movie than people typically think it is. I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that there could be another story in this film that somebody else watched it, sits here and says, well, I actually think it's about this. And we go, oh, wow, I never even made that connection. There's a lot of depth to this movie than just on-screen violence. Like Robocop doesn't really have that. It's a science gone mad movie. It's essentially Frankenstein. But this, I can't think of another movie in the history of movies that is this film.
No, this is him. I'm astounded that he was able to pull this one over. Like, that he pulled this shit off is still amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And that he had enough explosions that it actually fucking made money.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, it's a total blast to watch. I mean, it's fun, entertaining. There's some excitement to it. Some of the space battles with the bug artillery stuff coming at you, it's a little tense. The failed mission into Clandathu is suspenseful. It's not like what we just got done doing Point Break, where you have these action sequences and you're like, well, that's well shot, but
I don't believe any of these people.
Yeah.
And that's where I was saying with Ironside is that during his sequences, I mean, I fucking believe him. Like, all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, is this a war movie?
I think it is a war movie.
When he's on screen, it is.
I think it's eerily similar to From Here to Eternity, where there's a war movie happening around a love story. And you don't root for them. You don't root for Johnny and Carmen because, well, she is a dirty, dirty, dirty tramp, and she broke his heart because she put her career before, his feelings, but he's just kind of a dumb, lovesick puppy anyways. He's a virgin at the start of this movie, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, Carmen, 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 Carmen.
When she's like, my dad's not going to be home tonight, they go back to her house and she puts on her pajamas and then, like, makes him do weird things while she, like, does a crossword and doesn't even pay attention to him.
So you think that they still didn't bone?
No. She just sort of, like, strung him along one more time.
Mm-hmm.
She's every woman in the world.
To me.
I think I actually wrote that down. Christmas Jones is every other woman in the world. Is it Christmas Jones in the James Bond movie?
I think it's Christmas January or something.
January
Christmas or something stupid like that.
It's something
Looks
stupid.
like Christmas comes more than once a year.
January Christmas.
Yeah, James Bond.
Fuck.
So you mentioned that you feel the characters and believe them. Do you care about them?
I care about Rico.
Okay.
And I started to care about Dix.
Dizzy,
yeah.
Dizzy.
Dina Meyer's character.
Yeah, I started to care about her.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to because of the slow motion. Like, I am made to believe that I'm only supposed to care about Johnny, Dizzy, and Carmen.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not supposed to care about anybody else.
No, but I do. I
care about Zim.
I care greatly about Zim. I care greatly about Jake Busey's character. God, what? The problem is that I say I care about all these characters. I don't know any of their names.
Zim is the
drill sergeant.
The drill sergeant. Yeah,
Clancy Brown.
Yeah, I liked him.
He's awesome.
I kind of could relate to him too.
He's a very relatable character.
Jake Busey's character's name is Ace.
Ace, yeah.
Ace was just a damn weirdo. God, he should have been something. You guys are right. He should have been something.
He is little Jake or little Gary Busey, and I'm fine with that.
We needed more we needed a second generation of Eye of the Tiger and Bulletproof and all that shit.
Yeah.
Jake Busey.
He's all right in, what's the Lord of the Rings guy? What, Jackson? The Frighteners?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I like him in The Frighteners.
Yeah. He was in Contact. He was in Tomcats.
Tomcats he's fucking awesome in. Tomcats is another realization of what he's capable of.
It was just like people walked away from him not knowing what to do with him. Like, I don't know what to do with this guy. It seems like he could do something, but I don't know what I would use him for.
I think Tomcats is a good way to mention it because, like, everybody in Tomcats lost 5 years to that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jerry O'Connell, the boobs from the American Pie movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's their name? Shannon Elizabeth?
Yeah.
And then Jake Busey. They all went away. Like, that movie was very poorly received, and I didn't watch it because it was so poorly received. And then I did. I was like, that's just pretty funny.
Yeah. But, I don't... Dina Meyer
She stinks.
And she is so goddamn awful in Johnny Mnemonic that
Awful.
I walked into this movie today thinking there is no way that I'm going to feel the same way about Dizzy's character as I did 10 years ago when I saw this movie last. And you know what? God, I really like that character.
Yeah, she's good.
She stinks. Dina Meyer stinks, but man,
She did better than Ben Kingsley dying.
what
Slightly.
a great character.
Yeah.
Sticks with it the entire time. Like, her character has one thing that it does and never breaks from it at any point. Like, not for plot convenience or for special effects or an action sequence. Dizzy loves Johnny.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's it.
Great character. But yeah, I'm with you. I care about these characters. It's a silly movie, and I want to know more about them.
I do. I want to know more.
Indeed.
Which is what, that's the goal. Leave them wanting more. Way to go. Kudos, Verhoeven.
Didn't they make a second one of these?
They've made like four.
Are the original? Is
Verhoeven's not involved.
Oh, okay. Is Casper Van Dien? Is he in all of them?
He's in the third.
Oh.
Nobody of note is in the second one.
So, as we did with Point Break, we're going to cover some of the major plot details, since most every human being has ever seen this movie. So, as we mentioned a couple times, the main characters are high school children at the start of the film. They're seniors,
Yes.
right?
Seniors that look like they're in their 30s.
Yeah.
Only some of them look like they're in their 30s.
Like, who doesn't? Because Dina Meyer looks like she's 30. CVD looks like he's at least 25. And, well, I guess Denise Richards, but her fake boobs are just like red flag. Carl, Neil Patrick Harris, does he look like he's a teenager?
No,
He
he
looks
looks
like
like old Doogie Howser.
Yeah, but he looks like he's the youngest one out of all of them, though.
Yeah.
Like, he might have been in his early 20s.
We
at
didn't
this
talk
point.
about Carl at all either, because his character's transformation from the beginning of the movie to the middle of the movie to the end of the movie is
Really not that far.
really...
You see it with the ferret.
No. I don't mean his mental powers. I mean his character.
I know he's a dick the whole time with that ferret, that one scene. He's a man of means, or ends, not means.
Okay. So I see Carl as, at the beginning of the film, he's playful and teasing and makes fun of Johnny. He's everybody's friend. Carl is maybe the most popular kid in this high school because he's just everybody's buddy. But then at the end, he's Captain Sirius. He's the head of, he's a corporal.
Colonel.
In the military intelligence. He's sending men to die at the end of the film. And it's a polar opposite of what this character is at the beginning, in my eyes.
I don't know if it is or not. It seems like you never see him actually being good. And every time I watch this, I look for that. And
Being
there's
good.
nothing.
What do you mean being good?
Like you say that there's this transformation.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in the movie, beginning, middle, or end, that tells me he's not the guy at the end the whole time, is kind of what I'm saying. And that the ferret scene alludes to the fact that that's the guy he's been the whole time.
He's a little bit of a dick.
Yeah.
I can see that. But like sending men to die, dick?
He feels superior at
Mm.
every level of the film.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a fair argument. I don't know if I agree with it,
Well,
but it's a
That's
fine
what I
observation.
mean. That's my observation. Is I can't say if and I can't say definitely, but what I can say is there is nothing to rebuke it.
There you go. I think we can all say we would like to know more.
I would.
Yeah, about Carl. But anyways, they're all in high school, and they're just about to graduate, and they're making plans for the future, and Carmen is pretty clear. She's like the top of her class, super smart, going to flight school.
She doesn't know yet, does she?
She's got to check her math score.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I thought you were going to say, like, she doesn't know yet that she's actually an idiot. But NPH, like I say, is super popular and fun, and he's doing well as well. But then there's Johnny Rico, and he's Carmen's boyfriend, but he's a little bit of a dullard, this one.
He's the captain of the football team.
Yeah, he could go into sports because,
And his parents are filthy rich.
Filthy rich.
living in Buenos Aires.
Gonna send him to Harvard.
Harvard.
I have a question. Let's discuss.
Harvard.
Well, not that, but that's a head scratcher as
let
well.
me get this one out. I got it as a note. So in the future, Harvard is like Cal State Bakersfield, which there is no Cal State Bakersfield, so I'm not really making fun of anybody.
Why Buenos Aires? Not
Other
part
than
of America, other
Yeah.
than South America, but not the United States of America. All of these people are quite American.
here's why Buenos Aires, because we have a world government.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Buenos Aires.
Where all of the white kids go, and there's no longer any Brazilians at all in Buenos
Well,
Aires.
Well, they had to eliminate them because of the banana hammocks that they were wearing around. And you know what? If we're all under one nation, nobody wants to see that shit.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's more of your Nazi theory that
Oh yes.
that America has taken over the world, spread its westernization throughout the whole place, and it's an empire.
In terms of the way that Verhoeven talks about it, is that, yes, he did make it fascist planet America.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Buenos Aires. So they graduate. They have prom. Oh, we don't even see them graduate. They have prom, and that's like
They
their
have a
last
football
night
game.
together. Yeah.
Then they have prom.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I believe it was fascist planet America in the book as well.
So next day, Johnny decides to enlist. His family does not want him to. They want him to go to Harvard, as we mentioned, and they're not happy about it. But he wants to go to the military, which I think is a good call.
He just doesn't seem like Harvard material.
No.
Even if Harvard sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't know
Harvard.
if he's like community college.
I don't think he gets to graduate high school with a 35%.
I'm pretty sure Sam's right. Harvard in the future is now a state school, a state college that has to accept everybody.
Maybe that's why there's not a graduation scene, is because Johnny actually didn't graduate.
He got a 35 in math.
I
Yeah.
think he didn't pass.
Like,
He's
what do you need?
community college now. Maybe
I
Harvard
don't-
has opened up a community college off on the side.
he's military, Jackie.
35 in math is really below failing. Like, there's failing and then there's a 35.
I don't know if
Do
you
you
get to
think
work
he-
the fry machine at fast food restaurants with a 35 in math.
Do you think that he can count bullets? Because that's pretty pivotal to being able to be in the military.
No.
Not really. You just
He
load
goes-
up the clip until it's full.
How many bullets did you shoot? Fucking plenty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a badass response. Okay, I can see how he could get away with this in the military.
1 bullet, 2 bullet. No, nobody counts bullets. You just
Enough
shoot
to kill
them.
that fucking thing.
Yeah.
So he's military bound, infantry, and NPH gets military intelligence, and Carmen gets to be a pilot. So they all take off. Johnny goes to the training camp, or a boot camp, and Diz from high school follows him there. Now, do you think? No, there's no chance. She followed him there.
She followed him there.
It's not her line about, I heard
Being
it was
the
the best,
best.
sir.
She's just kind of stroking him off.
Yeah, she never breaks from character. It's great.
No.
She's a stalker, is what she
Yeah.
is.
She does hit Sergeant Zim, which is important for how badass she is. Because
Yeah, she gets one good
She gets
punch
one in on him.
Yeah, but then he puts the knee on her neck and makes her pass
which
out.
I appreciate later when the makeup job on her neck shows that she's quite hurt from that.
Usually they miss that.
Yeah.
You don't get those next day injuries, the bruising and stuff like that. It is a really nice touch.
Yes.
So Johnny meets everybody in his squad. There's Ace, as we mentioned. There's the big guy,
Doofus.
Doofus. There's a guy named Sugar. The black guy's name is Sugar.
Nice.
And
Brown sugar.
yeah.
If this was fascist America,
You'd be allowed to make racist jokes all the time.
yeah. And
Starship Troopers, the planet Jackie wants to live on.
shut up, asshole.
There's also Katrina, Kitten
Who's the red-haired gal with the short hair?
Breckenridge.
Breckenridge.
No,
yeah.
that Breckenridge is the big guy. Katrina is the gal with the short red hair.
Okay.
Shujimi and Dajana D is the sister.
So the Mexican guy's name is Shujimi,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
right.
that's interesting.
Yeah. So they, fit in pretty well. Johnny becomes the squad leader after busting up the laser tag capture the flag tournament, and Zim is proud of him. Hank from Breaking Bad is proud of him. Yeah, this guy's the guy. So Rico gets a letter from Carmen, video letter. It's a Dear Johnny letter. Dear Johnny, I don't love you anymore.
Dear Johnny, I never loved you.
I'm going to smoke my poles up the way to the top. Give all these handies.
The only way to the top of this pole is to start at the bottom of this pole.
The next time, they give him some live rounds. And Breckenridge has got a busted up helmet, as we said. Johnny takes it off, and Dajana D shoots him on accident after she
Right
gets
in the head.
lasered, blows his head off.
Medic!
Yeah, medic. The medic jokes. So Johnny's relieved of his squad leadership. He's washed out. He's gonna hit the bricks. You're no good, kid. But everybody still believes in him, so they give him lashes.
10 lashes in the public square.
Yeah.
Yep. Looks painful.
It does. They did a good job with that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, there's some good parts. Yeah, good directing in this film. So Johnny's on his way out. He's like, I can't do it. I'm no good. I can't lead this squad. I got to go back. Calls his parents. Dad, can I come home? You bet, son. You're our pal. You're our little buddy. Then the call gets terminated, and it's because the bugs have sent an asteroid on a collision course with Buenos Aires. 12,
Dun, dun, dun.
12 million wounded, 8 million dead, and climbing.
And climbing.
Yeah, Buenos Aires is wiped off the map. So
And
it's
probably
time.
most of South America is screwed over.
Yeah, I bet.
Or the whole planet.
Actually, probably the whole planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think any of us make it. If they wipe Buenos Aires off the map with asteroid, that's big enough to the same size as the
Nuclear
one that
winter.
killed the dinosaurs. So yeah, we're all fucked. But anyways, war. Johnny heads back in. He's going to lead the teams. So their plan is to wipe out Klendathu, where the bug's home planet is. They're just going to invade it. Step 1, invasion Klendathu.
Yep. No plan is a bad plan.
Yeah, it doesn't work out. I do like this invasion, though, because the scene itself, because it reminds me, this is why I think it's a war movie, is because it reeks of D-Day.
Yes.
The, heavily outnumbered, there's fucking shells flying everywhere at boats, there's spaceships, but, and then the little, troop transport things that they release from the ship and down to the surface it just looks like a lot of every other movie of D-Day. Very
where they're
similar, but
storming
in space. Yeah.
The beaches in
Yeah,
Normandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I thought it was a nice touch, nice inspiration,
Yeah.
but, doesn't work out the same way that D-Day did.
No.
They lose.
Get their butts kicked right off the big K.
The big K.
Big K. I don't mean that place with the blue light specials. I mean the bug planet. You know what I'm talking about.
Deadlight specials.
I needed to do the rest of the show as a character from the movie. I hear they got some smart bugs. Bothers me a little bit.
Now, is this the point where they get the TV broadcaster guy?
The reporter?
Yeah.
Yeah, starts following around the
middle of the movie is the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
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 But he doesn't make it. He gets chopped in half by a bug.
He gets just pulled. He gets quartered. Quite
Pretty
honestly,
much,
he
yeah.
gets quartered, and it's awesome.
He's a mess.
And then the stupid ass camera guy.
I love
is
the
just,
cameraman.
he just keeps filming.
I'm still here to work, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he is just totally dedicated to getting this story. He's like, I am gonna win a Pulitzer Prize.
My corpse is the half of my corpse that's left is gonna get a Pulitzer.
They only found the bottom half.
My shoe got an award.
Yeah, he's like jamming the camera into the bug's face while it's eating the reporter. Like he's just getting in there. He's a hard worker, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
under the impression that everybody else is like, this is a conventional war. My armband means don't shoot me.
Right.
That's a bug. He's just gonna eat you.
Bugs don't care.
The only good bug is a dead bug.
Great line. So they retreat. It means that 300,000 soldiers are dead, with Johnny Rico being one of
I thought
them.
it was 100,001 hours.
And then when she goes back to the ship, it's 300,000.
that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Total.
Wow.
Well, it's 100,000 an hour, 300,000 total.
Oh.
Yeah, it could be two different things. It seems like you got a 35% math.
So
as
they're
well.
like the French fries in the bag outside of the French fry box.
Yeah.
Those dead bodies are like that.
I get what you're laying down.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny is supposedly one of them. He got stabbed in the leg, and the bug jumped on top of him last we see, but really, he's just in a back-to-tank. He's just getting healed up. Super nice.
Why
And-
everybody else is flailing around the ship with like half a leg and shit, and they've got him in some specialized medical tank. He's a private. He's a nobody at this point.
He's just in the hot tub with some leg stitchings.
Yeah.
That's,
This is my only question because there's seriously, I have no questions with the plot of the movie.
Mhm.
It all makes sense, Paul, except why they have to be dead to be in the Roughnecks.
What? They have to be dead to be in the rough.
They're legally dead, so they join the Roughnecks.
Uh-huh.
Like, she shows them the legally dead thing, right?
Yeah.
Why is he legally dead?
It's just a mistake.
Mistake?
Military mistake.
All right, well...
But I don't think you have to be dead to be in the Roughnecks. I think that they're just like, check it out, dude, you're dead.
Huh.
Because then everybody in the Roughnecks is legally dead. I don't think so.
I don't
man.
know.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay,
I think that's one of the worst theories you've ever come up with.
Yeah, because Dizzy doesn't get a killed in action,
No, she doesn't.
and neither does Busey.
Yeah.
Ace.
Ace.
Tom Ace.
Neither does Sugar,
Sugar.
Yeah.
the black guy.
He was already in the Roughnecks.
Yeah, but he's not dead.
Okay.
Anyways, so Rico joins another squad, and Michael Ironside is back. He's the lieutenant of this squad, the Rat Checks Roughnecks, and they go out and fight a flame beetle on the planet. They start kicking ass. They got a new plan, too. The plan is for the Air Force to drop bombs, and then infantry goes in and cleans everybody else up with nukes.
Better plan
Yeah, but much better plan.
than not a plan.
Instead of invasion!
Yeah. What are you going to do? We're just going to go down there with some guns.
Run in, make it up as we go type
Yeah.
thing.
Bugs, fuck it.
Yeah. Johnny gets promoted to corporal. He moves up the military ladder pretty fast, this Johnny. This is now the squad leader. Next day, Lieutenant throws a party, and everybody gets drunk, and he's like, you know, Johnny, I'm going to give you a little advice. Never pass up a good thing. So Johnny's like, hey, you know what? You're right. I should go bone the shit out of Dizzy.
You haven't been in the shower with us, have you? You seen her boobs? They're weird, man.
I didn't think her boobs were weird.
No, they're fine.
They're not...
They're just small.
They're not
Yeah,
fabulous.
They're not
let's just say
fabulous.
They're just boobs.
that. Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can keep them. So they bone. She confesses that she actually loves Johnny. And
He says nothing.
he replies the same way that, well, not the same way that Carmen did, but it's kind of like, yeah, I don't really love you. I mean, you're cool. Good friend. Putting my wiener in you, but feelings not mutual. The next day, they find a base that's been taken over. There's bodies everywhere.
Firebase, yeah.
Yeah. And the bugs have come from underground, and they've sucked out people's brains. There's the general in there, the guy that has Guado stuck to his tummy from Total Recall.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's all fucking
Hey.
shitty.
Start the reactor.
He's, we're all gonna die! We're all gonna die! And Ironside punches him in the face.
Then about shoots him.
Yeah. But, so they get overrun. It's a trap. The bugs are on their way. The bugs used brains to call in these guys. Sent out the distress call.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of bugs.
A
of
lot.
them. But they they hold their own for a little bit, but it's no 300. They have to retreat. They call in, we need evac immediately! Carmen and Patrick Muldoon show up.
Better have a crazy pilot.
Yep.
Yep.
Which
But-
we, of course, know she is from earlier scenes.
Yes.
Ironside gets torn in half. And I do have a problem with this one as well, because
It's just his legs.
it's just his legs. We've seen another guy that had his legs torn off in the military from the beginning of the movie. And also here, which I guess happens later, you usually don't go, Johnny, shoot me. It's, Johnny, give me a grenade. I'm going to take out as many of these fuckers as I can if I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Don't just shoot me in the chest. And also, if somebody asks you to shoot them, or, hey, shoot me, put me out of my misery, Don't shoot me in the fucking stomach.
No, he shot him in the stomach.
That's a dick move.
Dick move.
You know what was great though is that he never says to Johnny, "Shoot me." He just goes, "You know what to do."
You know what to do.
And then Johnny's like,
He's
"Okay,"
all,
and then he just gives him, shoots him in the gut. And
he
it's
did
like,
not know what to do.
Anything but that.
You were supposed to pull me out of here.
I probably
It was
would
my
have.
legs.
I probably would have died faster if you shot me in the dick. The stomach is the worst spot to shoot me. This bullet is firmly lodged in my spleen, you asshole.
I only sort of need that organ. It's not even really vital.
So he's dead. Johnny's now going to be the lieutenant, but a flame bug jumps up out of the sea coal, and Dizzy tosses a grenade in space, saving everybody from flamage, blows it up, but she
Too
goes
much
down.
celebrating.
Yeah, she goes down. She gets stabbed by bug arms. Johnny runs over, shoots the bug, grabs her, puts her in the escape transport thingy-dingy, and she gives Ben Kingsley a run for his money in acting.
Yeah. She barely does better.
At least I got to have you, Johnny.
It took her almost as long.
yeah. I liked all the blood on her teeth and stuff too.
Yeah.
it's very.
That was a nice touch.
No, it's good
It's
stuff.
good.
Good stuff. So they
It
have
was
a big
supposed-
funeral.
Yeah, I think that scene was supposed to be emotional, but it just kind of made me laugh
Oh.
because it was like, "Oh my god, this is awful."
She's like, I'll die, Johnny. You got so much jam in your teeth there. I have a hard time looking at you.
Don't let me go. Don't let me
There we
go.
go.
Like she's having a seizure or something, and then she's
Try not to, but you're being weird.
So they get some new recruits, and these new recruits are quite clearly children.
Yeah, one of them is easily 13.
Oh yeah.
What am I doing here? He's one of the kids from the bug smashing commercial. He was the best bug smasher.
Yeah.
They're like, we got a job for you, kid. We're sending you to the Roughnecks.
That kid stepped on 13 cockroaches in 2 seconds. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything.
Give him a gun.
Give him a gun.
So Xander and Carmen's ship gets exploded. He gets hit by bug butt juice, and they have to take an escape pod to the planet, and they crash inside of this mountain where inside lives the brain bug that everybody's trying to get their hands on.
Well, they get captured.
Yeah, by the brain bug, by the bugs. And the brain bug comes in, and Xander hands Carmen the knife. You know what to do with this, right? I guess. And the proboscis comes out and stabs Xander right in the fucking head and sucks out his brains.
Yep,
I like this part too.
I do too. It does. I like it. It's very reminiscent of the Total Recall special effect when their helmet comes off on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
I like Paul Verhoeven's dead faces.
Yeah,
They amuse me.
Well, at first, it's just Patrick Muldoon with a piece of thing stuck to his head,
Yeah.
and he's doing all the work. But then it is a fake head that gets like withered and withdrawn, and it looks great.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the best fake heads I've ever seen.
It looks like Patrick Muldoon, which is the rarity.
Yeah.
Generally, they look like they're not unhuman, but it doesn't ever look like the guy it's
Right.
supposed to look like.
No, a lot of people could mistake this head as, wow, man, Patrick Muldoon can roll his eyeballs into the back of his head pretty good.
How does he smash his whole skull like that?
Yeah. Ooh.
What an actor.
Well,
He's ahead of his time.
Acting.
I still don't get his haircut.
So he gets dead, and Carmen's stabbed as well, and she's about to get dead, but she chops the proboscis off, and right at that, Johnny walks in with a nuke, because he felt her. He's like, we got to go down here, because Carmen's down here, so he takes Sugar and Jake Busey, Ace, in, and he's got the nuke, and the bug's like, no, don't attack, don't get her, he's got a fucking nuke, get me the fuck out of here. And so they've spotted the brain bug. They're the ones that are like, the brain bug's headed north on
I-85.
Bug Mountain Road. And so they fight some bugs, and Sugar goes down, and he gets the nuke grenade. And they get out of here. I'll do this. And I like his death, too, because he's like, get some. Come on, get some.
Yeah.
Get some. Yeah, you want some? Get some.
Or
Get some.
when Rico's like, you trying to be a hero?
Yeah.
Just give me that grenade, goddammit. It's awesome.
But
Yeah.
he says, like, you shouldn't be a hero. He's like, my job is to kill as many bugs as possible, sir. Give me that grenade. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, good call. Your job is that.
It is that
You're not being a hero. You're just doing your job.
doing your job.
Nice. I like that dialogue. So he gets exploded, and on the other side of the mountain, the brain bug's been captured by Zim.
The 3 of them get blown to safety.
Oh, yeah, they do get blown
Ace,
to safety.
Denise Richards, who should have bled to death by now,
Mm-hmm.
and Johnny.
Yeah. So there's a big parade. Neil Patrick Harris comes in, reads the brain bug's mind. It's afraid! Yay! So I guess the war plan now is to like know how the brain bug works, and then what?
Well, then they'll have a better idea of how to kill him.
Okay. So
It's like G.I. Joe knowing is half the battle.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So why did they have to stab it with a bunch of weird looking shit?
Because it's one of those awesome commercials.
Because, alluding back to the Nazis.
Because,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that Neil
Yeah.
Patrick Harris could have just touched it and sucked out some information.
No, it's like Bengali. Like,
Yeah.
if you got the ability to cut people open, you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
If you're Joseph Bengali. The fight goes on. Credits.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Denise Richards' character now has her own ship.
Yeah, she's captain.
Captain.
The USS Hobag.
She has reached her career aspirations.
USS Cum Dumpster.
Her character is not seen. She's never seen being a whore at any point in the movie, but it's just like, what a whore.
Well, it's just because she treats her boyfriend like fucking
Yeah.
garbage. Throughout the whole movie,
Yep.
she is just mean to him. I have no problem with women being promiscuous. I have none of that. But her character is a fucking biatch.
Bitch.
Yeah, screw her, dude. Give me your questions. Sam, you have none about the plot.
None about the plot, no.
Okay. I have one. You want to do my plot question?
Sure.
As I said earlier, it's not exposed at all, but why do the bugs attack? Why does this war start?
See, that's the thing. I am led to believe that they're just spreading. They're just bugs. That's the problem with fighting them, is they think that they're actually invading. They're just spreading. Why are they sucking out their brains? Not to learn about you so they can defeat you, to be like, who are these assholes that were slightly in the way of our complete spreading of the galaxy? Oh, they're them. Whatever.
Okay.
Like, that's going to be the thing when Neil Patrick Harris puts his hand on the side and he sees what he didn't want to see. They don't care. You're just in the way. They're going everywhere.
So why
not
do they
towards you?
launch an asteroid at Buenos Aires?
They did 12 million years ago. They just launched one in a direction.
Oh, so it's taken 12 million years for that asteroid to reach Earth.
Probably. It was on the other side of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was my big question. And nobody saw that one coming, huh?
Yeah, there's
Nobody.
It's not they didn't pick humans to fight. They're going everywhere.
Okay. All
That's the what.
But what's the asteroid going to do? There's not bugs on the asteroid.
There is. Yeah, that's
not going
again.
to work out for those bugs.
If they're like egg larvae, they can live in space. Fine. I mean, we don't know
Yeah, but
shit about them.
once that asteroid hits Earth, it explodes. Everything's dead right there.
Maybe they're like whatever the pine cones that don't pop open until they catch on fire.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can't go you can only venture so far into the biology of something you don't.
So your theory is that that's asteroid is just their bug transport, essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what it was in the
For their
novel.
spread.
That was like the one thing I have to bring from that would fit with both, because it's the only time that it gets explained, is that that's the worst fear. They don't have any agenda towards the human race. They're spreading around the galaxy. There's that many of them.
They're like the Zerg from StarCraft.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
The Zerg from the StarCraft is based on the bugs in the novel. Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, the entire game StarCraft is based on that novel.
All right. Would you like to go next, Jackie?
Why did the main monster have to have a butthole for a mouth?
Okay. Because you wouldn't like it.
So that you wouldn't like it.
You would be like, oh, that's grody. Ugh. I don't want to. If you make the bugs look cute like puppies, are you going to be happy when they die?
No.
Are you going to be dancing around and going, woohoo! Johnny just shot that fucking puppy in the face.
Yep.
Good job, Johnny, you puppy killing machine. No, you want the bugs to be icky and grody and you don't want them to be cuddly.
Yeah.
You want them to be the antithesis of cuddly.
Those space pandas with the big eyes. Yeah, they're cute, but they'll eat your asshole first.
So at the end of this movie, Johnny and Ace are the only ones left, right? Out of the original 4 that got
Roughnecks.
tattoos.
Yeah.
So how do they explain that? Why they have matching tattoos and everybody's like, are you guys gay or something?
Except for they say death from above.
Death from above.
Which is not very fruity.
They're like, we're totally gay, the tattoo.
Death to your butthole from
Whoa.
above. Guess.
So you don't think that anybody was like,
No.
are those boyfriend tattoos?
No, they just saved the fucking human galaxy. They're heroes.
Yeah. for now.
For now. Sam?
So you had to change your star rating. Was that the first time you really got it?
Oh, I fucking got it. And I didn't just change my star rating on this movie because I did not like this film when I first saw it. I thought it was going to be a interesting science fiction movie along the same lines of, like true to the source, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers or something like that. This is so goofy that it masks what a good movie it is behind the goofiness.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that there's a really good story here. It's at no point unfun. It is a blast all the way through. So yeah, I love this movie. I absolutely love it.
It's his masterpiece, but
Totally.
it was, I think, I watched this and Total Recall, I think when I was 27 or 28, and for the first time I was like, this Verhoeven guy is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, no, he did an incredible job with this movie. I think I got it. I enjoyed it before the last time I saw it because I've seen this movie a bunch of times, and I thought it was always fun. But this time I was like, man, there is some really good acting in this. There's some incredible directing, and the story itself is fantastic.
All parts work towards the greater goal.
Yep, indeed. My next question is about the plot. Do Carmen and Johnny get back together?
I'm going to say yes, because at the end, they're on the same ship.
Okay, yeah.
So they've worked it out now. They're on the same ship. She's pilot, or the captain, right? And he's the lieutenant of the Roughnecks.
But don't forget that they're still in the military. Them being on the same ship probably isn't by their choice. They're probably assigned to those positions.
You could probably make it happen, though.
By Carl, that's true. He's doing a bro solid.
Bro solid.
You're going to be the lady that flies this guy to his death. That's the type of dick I am.
I think Carl probably realizes that it's one of those things like they are the cannon fodder that made it out, so they're probably useful.
So you think Carl's going to send them on
special missions,
pancake missions,
Not
or
tough
stuff?
It's going to be tough stuff, but it's like they should logistically survive their missions.
Yeah,
and they're obviously a decent team.
And boning, according to Jackie.
Oh, I would. Why not? Yeah. When in Rome, huh?
Uh-huh.
They are already taking showers together. Fuck it.
Sammy,
do you think he likes making action movies? I mean, it seems like he does, but at the same time, he has a completely different agenda.
Who?
Every time. Paul Verhoeven. All of his movies have this hidden agenda.
Mm-hmm, sure.
And his fun ones are all action. I haven't seen Showgirls in so long.
Right.
Maybe it's time to revisit it to see if there's an onion there, or if he was just like, I need some cash.
Mm-hmm.
I'll direct the booby movie.
Cheapest special effects is nudity, so
there you go.
Yeah, it's a good way to get a ticket to some monies.
Yeah,
I don't know. I really don't have an answer for you.
I just don't either. It's just like when you see this, you hear him talk about it, and you're like, this is the movie he's wanted to make. It's just like, wow, it's amazing, but it's like, wow, this is what you wanted. This is a really weird masterpiece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually people go for something like Schindler's List
or something like that, and it's like, this is your opus, and it is absolutely an opus. It's brilliant. It's just like, you're a very strange man, Paul Verhoeven, and God bless you.
Yep, indeed. My last question is, who's your guys' favorite actor in this film? The show stealer of the movie. I'm starting with Jackie.
I'm going to go with Zimmer.
Zim,
yeah. The drill instructor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He was just very convincing. And I liked when he hit that one kid with the stick. Run!
Hey, he's great. Sam?
It's almost like I like somebody better every time around.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go around the horn, I like one, I didn't like him that much. And then the next time it's like, oh no, that guy's really, this time around, Muldoon.
Patrick Muldoon.
This time
was
around,
the show stealer for
the
you.
haircut. The haircut got it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to stick with Jake Busey.
Jake Busey's I think
the
that
crowd
they're all
favorite.
fine choices.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
I'll back up Jackie. I think society backs up Jackie, because what's the one line that made it out of this movie that everyone says? Maddox.
Oh, yeah.
People say that all the time. So it does have like some pop culture to it. Like, people like the movie, despite wow. It's good stuff.
Well, our last chore. I think we all know that we are going to recommend this film for a review, because everybody's seen it. It's just like Point Break. Everybody's seen it. So you're basically recommending a rewatch. I recommend it.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. If you haven't seen it for what it is, give it another shot.
So we come to the final and most important point of Starship Troopers, the analysis of, is it a good movie? Good as in quality, filmmaking, strength of story, and how well that story is delivered.
Yes.
I think it is. I know that a lot of people don't like it, and that it has a cult following, right, which makes it popular.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm with Sam on a lot of the points that he made. You know, the special effects I thought were pretty good.
They hold up surprisingly well for
They
a film
actually
of the
really
period.
do. Yeah.
And it's funny, and it knows not to take itself too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the commercials were brilliant.
It's one of those that people might not like it for what it is,
Mhm.
but it's good because it's in the same way that Hell Comes to Frogtown is good. It's exactly what they set out to do.
Exactly. And maybe even a little bit then or beyond that, because
Yeah.
I think that there's some gambles taken with the movie making that end up greatly amplifying how well the movie is presented. That's like, wow, that really worked out.
Really
Huh.
works, yeah.
God, I mean, I can't praise these commercials as being artistic enough. They're imaginative, creative. Nobody's ever done it before in this manner. And what a great way to deliver a story while also poking
Yeah.
fun at it. It's genius. This film is brilliant.
It's a brilliant film.
So it's a good movie. It has no
Absolutely
business
good
being
movie.
on this film or on this podcast.
I'm commending Jackie for picking it because people think it's a bad movie.
They do. There's a riff tracks being played in theaters right now about this film. Riff tracks. The guys from Mystery Science Theater 3000 are riffing this movie, and I think you can riff any movie, whether it's good or bad, if you're funny enough. But their wheelhouse is bad movies, and this is not
a bad
bad.
movie.
This is as good as anybody's ever done.
Not to mention when you're riffing a movie, this thing doesn't give you a lot of, like, I was trying to make jokes here and there, and it doesn't give you a goddamn chance.
Yeah, it's fast paced.
Yeah.
So there you go. Great call, Jackie. Great movie. Loved it. Bumped it up. Totally watch it. Let's get back to some shitty movies next week. In the meantime, get to the chopper.
Medic!
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.